For decades, you were taught to save, save, save. That is the way to get rich. That is the way to earn wealth. That is the way to get ahead and provide for your family, provide for whatever your dream might be. Decades of that. Is that what you should be doing? At the end of the month, should you be saving everything that you have, or should you be doing something else with that? What's up? It's Dean Soto, and welcome back. I used to have this idea that basically it's exactly what most people learn when they're growing up in school, or what they see on TV, or what the financial pundits talk about, which is, save and get compound interest and get a good job and get a 401k where they match that 401k. And eventually when you're 65 years old, you are going to crush it. You are going to be able to do whatever you want because you'll be a multi-millionaire and you can do whatever, right? Well, I'm sorry to break it to you. That is not how reality actually works. There's two realities. There's the reality of what you've been taught and the reality of what is actually reality. Okay. Can you become wealthy saving your money? The answer is maybe. You are extremely dependent on the market. You have to start early saving your money to get compound interest and to get to the point where you can even spend it. But ultimately, you're only going to be able to enjoy it when you're 60 plus years old. Can you really enjoy something at that time? Can you enjoy your financial freedom at that time when for literally 4 or 5 decades, maybe even if maybe you retire at 80, it could even be longer, more and more decades of this hamster wheel going and doing the 8 to 5, getting your weekends, and watching Netflix and Hulu and everything. Can you become wealthy, financially free? Yes. But can you really, truly enjoy it? Probably not. So, at the ripe old age of 42, I have been financially free for essentially the last almost 5-6 years. I was doing things on my own since 2014, so it'd be longer than that, but really truly financially free where I didn't have to really worry about anything. Not too long ago, 4 or 5 years ago, but to be able to enjoy, to go and live, go on vacation, spend time with the family, spend time with the kids, do all those things. I don't have to wait till I'm 65, and that's what I want to share with you today. Imagine what it would be like if you did not have to do that, okay? And it's completely opposite of saving. There is no saving in reality if you want to get wealthy, okay? So, should you have money at the end of the month? My opinion is no, okay? And does that mean you go spend it frivolously? Does that mean that you take that money and just go buy whatever you want? Absolutely not. That is why you're probably in the situation where you are right now. Do not go and spend more money on crappy things like Netflix, Hulu, movies, UFC, whatever it might be. Whatever your pleasure is. It could be beer, it could be alcohol, it could be all those things. And trust me, I've done that. I used to be a gamer, 100% addicted to games, 100% addicted to alcohol, all those things. But when you focus that cash that you have at the end of the month, it doesn't matter if it's $50, it doesn't matter if it's $100. You can do a ton of things with that money. So I was recording some content with a friend of mine, Art. He does all of the whenever you see the cinematic looking where I'm looking off in the distance and talking with him or other people when I'm like this and I'm giving my sage advice and everything, that's Art. Art does that, and he records all that. And so I was at a coffee shop and we were recording some of the latest content, and one of his questions was, what's something that people absolutely hate you for? Like when you get just nasty comments. And without a doubt, it was the idea that you should not be saving your money. And I've done this on my Freedom in 5 Minutes podcast, my Freedom in 5 Minutes channel, and did a couple shorts talking about this, and man, did they blow up. They just, people do not want to hear that. And it's totally understandable, but this is the reality, is that you don't want to save your money at the end of the month. But what do you want to do? This is what I told him, because even he gave me a look of like, really? I shouldn't save my money? And I said, no, dude, like even if you had $100, you could use that $100 to go and make more money. There is literally no excuse as to why you cannot right now make more money than what you're making at your current job. Okay. Even if you run a business, there's nothing that is stopping you from making more money and using that extra money that you have at the end of the month to invest and grow. And I gave him an example of I went to this thrift store in, Cypress, California, I believe. It was either Cypress or Los Alamitos. And I went to this thrift store, and the thrift store was a super small one. It wasn't like a Goodwill or anything like that. It was a really small, really cute, quaint thrift store. You walk in and you can tell, at the time they didn't even have a credit card machine, so you had to pay cash. And I go in there, and this thrift store, the cool thing about it was supporting these single moms who were raising kids. And behind the thrift store itself was this apartment complex that they owned, where they literally supported probably 30 single moms who were homeless. Really neat little thrift store. And so if you ever go there, I definitely support them. They do a really, really good job. And it's like you're literally directly helping those people whenever you buy something from there. And so I go and I'm looking through different things, and I find in the box, mint condition, nothing in the box, mint condition, a Peyton Manning robot character. It looked like he was in his football uniform from the Dallas Cowboys, but a football uniform, but robotic looking, like a mean robot, like a transformer. And immediately I looked at it and I said, I know this is worth some money. And with at the time, which I'm sure you still can, Amazon had these scanner apps that you could check the price and see what it's selling for on Amazon. So I scanned the barcode, and lo and behold, this $3 or $5 action figure sells for like $150. Maybe it was like between $100 to $150. So I take that, I go and I send it into Amazon FBA. That thing sold like that. It barely got in there, and it sold right off the bat. It was so crazy how fast that thing sold. And that's just one example. I've sold Twinkies when Hostess was going out of business. These $3 Twinkies, I was selling anywhere between $30 and $40 a pop, and those were selling like hotcakes. The $100 or the $50 or the $25 that you have at the end of the month, a $3 box of Twinkies could net you. Let's say you sold it for $40, could net you after fees and everything like $33 to $35. Is that not a better way of spending your money? So if you have $100 at the end of the month and you buy Twinkies, you can buy like 30 Twinkies, right? So, at $3 each, buy 30 boxes of Twinkies, sell all those, and you make bank. So, there's really no excuse why you cannot do that. At the end of the month, that money should be going towards something to either better yourself as an investment into yourself, better your business, or bettering your family. And I don't mean bettering your family as in like, hey, let's go get Netflix yet again and pay for that. No, it's something where maybe you're getting a course on how to be a better husband or something like that, right? Or how to be a better father. Everything should be spent at the end of the month as an investment into you, your business, your family, okay? Because you will gain so much more off of that money than if you invested in some stupid 401k that you're not going to be able to touch till you're 60 years old. And by the time you're 60 years old, you're not going to even want to do half the stuff you're doing now because you probably can't. If you're eating processed food, if you're not exercising and everything like that, you could probably barely walk by that time. So, that said, start investing in yourself, not in all this other crap, not in what the financial, because they who makes money off these 401ks? They do. You do well, they make money off of the fees. You do poorly, they make money off the fees. No matter what, they're making money off the fees every single time you're investing into this 401k, okay? There is so much that you can do even with $50 a month at the end of the month, okay? And with inflation the way it is now, by the end of the year, that money, you might make, let's say you make 10% off of your 401k by the end of the year, off of that $50 that is, let's say you've invested $100 every month for the year. Every month that goes by, your money, especially in inflation right now, is becoming less and less. You will lose more money in inflation than you would with a 401, than what the gains you would get with a 401k. So spend the money on you. Invest in yourself, become better, become more fit, become financially free, start a business, whatever those things. Go buy something and resell it. You can do this. That's what you should be doing. No saving. You should be buying something that makes you more money.